Guys, back in today with another reaction to Ramparts of Ice, this time with episode 11, I think, maybe 10. Not episode 11. I was really intrigued episode last time out, meeting a bunch of new characters. I think we're starting the second year of school now, so a bunch of first years coming up. One being Mickey's brother, who seemed really nice, but the other one of the new characters being the girl bully from Koyun's past younger sister, who said she heard a lot about her. It was strange. Yeah, a few revelations. I wonder if she had a lot about her in an apologetic way. I'd imagine her sisters maybe bitching about her, like, I can't believe she stole Igarashi off me. I fancied him. I don't know. I could just be making stuff up, but I'm pretty sure Koyun only went out of Igarashi to get back at her bully a bit, so wouldn't be surprised if she did hear about her in regards to that. I feel like, I don't know, I've never been in these shoes, but I feel like if you're a bully, you probably don't go around bragging that you bully people. Maybe she did though, like, I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. So maybe she heard about her in that regard. I'm hoping she heard about her in a kind of regretful way, like, damn, I really regret being so nasty to this girl. So do we actually see this sister in the opening? Yeah, we do, there. And there, as well, hanging out with Koyun, which is... I didn't notice that before. We're actually going to see that by the end of the season. Inversion. Like that. I guess that kind of makes sense. I guess that kind of makes sense. Should not be too happy about that. I used to have a friend I was quite close with. He was a little bastard, and no longer really friends with him. Um, yeah, I was a delinquent, but he was like 10 times. And he always used to be good friends with a lot of the older students and such. He was the same age as me, and I guess I got a bit jealous of that. Like, it was kind of cool to hang out with the older kids, I guess. So I kind of get where she's coming from a bit here. I can understand her feelings towards Koyun in this regard. I feel like what I just described in that is a little bit different. This is very much like that's her neighbour and so on. But you can kind of understand it with like the social kind of structure of schools and so on. Like the older kids, like a good example would be this was another case like the school bus, like the back seats in the school bus were always reserved for the older students if you were allowed to sit with them. Um, Sometimes they would allow people to sit with them, and some people would get jealous that some people of the same age of their age got to sit in the back, and like yeah, you can like again there's like weird social structures like that in like at this age, so you can kind of get it. It's very much like petty and ridiculous, but you can kind of understand it, can't you? You would think after hearing that you'd be a bit more understanding. Hmm. Yeah, because you could do something for her. It wasn't really a friendship in the first place. Oddly specific. Hmm. What are we talking about? They're so stupid. Making fun of a girl because of a bottle of water. Oh shit. Uh, he finally said it. That would certainly be the end of their friendship. This is the break here. The incident. Smoke her ass, Mickey. Smoke her ass. She deserves it. Horrible little bitch. Sorry, what was that? That intentional? It was like a lag kind of. Blah, 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 blah. Punch her. Just sock her in her face. Just go. Oh, exposed. Exposed. TMZ. World star. Get that on video. Go, Cody. Just hit her. Oh, exposed in front of Igarashi. Ah. Oji-sama. I know she's a girl, but I feel like if I was Igarashi right now, I'd push her away. I'd be like, get the fuck out of her way. Coming up and whispering in her ear like that. Fuck right off. As I said earlier, I feel like surely you'd be embarrassed to tell people you bully someone, right? But that was enlightening, wasn't it? I mean, that shows Igarashi in a pretty good light, to be honest. I mean, we saw him like teasing her before. I said earlier on in the series, I don't think it was bullying what he was doing. It clearly is from this Katagawa bitch. I mean, I think he was shown in a pretty positive light through this. I mean, we saw the initial kind of him asking her out, and she wasn't awfully like pleased by it or anything. She didn't want to, but it was the logical kind of choice. I guess it was like the defensive choice as well in regards to you latch onto him a little bit. Maybe some of the situation will stop and so on. I mean, again, she didn't want to, and she was kind of pissed off at the fact that he was so like there was no like rejection wasn't even an option. But I think that's a kind of good thing in a way. Honestly, I think that's a kind of like the confidence is a good thing, but I get why you'd also get a little bit pissed off of that, like acting like I couldn't reject you, like that kind of makes sense. But honestly, again, this backstory was shone a little bit brightly for Igarashi, in my opinion. I thought he came across quite well throughout all of this, but that certainly does like show a bit more of their relationship again. Maybe feel a bit more parasitic from her point of view, really like using him and like not actually wanting to be a part of it, but like obviously a lot more of the bullying shown here, which is not great, but I'm glad we went through that. Really glad we went through that. Again, very enlightening. Certainly cleared up a few thoughts I had towards like Igarashi in a positive way. Maybe some people took that a different way, but I honestly saw him quite positively through this backstory. But yeah, obviously not quite the same for Atagawa. She didn't come across nice or whatsoever. Like you kind of understand where she was coming from initially, but then to like do all this and be such a horrid person, like besties. Hopefully we get some like just desserts at some point. That girl. I mean, I guess you kind of got to just desserts in a way with the whole Igarashi relationship stuff, but I just like fanned her flames a little bit, made her even more horrid. She seems quite cold and distant. I imagine you might be like that if you had a horrible older sister, to be fair. And yeah, of course. Perfect timing. I should just looking at you like that. Terminator. She plays football, does she? Bit of a Peter Crouch. Cool striker. You know about me. Oh, that good timing. He could be very handy in this situation. My saviour. The perfect person for this situation. No, we're not. Yeah. Luminous, eh? You're just gonna ignore her existence. That's nice of you. Just gonna look at her and just say nothing. Rude of her. Just look at someone and just be like, you just look away. How rude is that? The fuck? Sure, there was this guy, like, I had a friend group. There was always this guy that I was never really friends with. I didn't, when we were alone, it was always quite awkward, a bit like the walk we just saw there, to be honest. I didn't really have anything in common with the guy, but all my friends were friends with him and he used to hang out with us a lot. And again, I didn't particularly like him. I'm not sure, I doubt he particularly liked me either. But I'd always at least like say hello. I'd like greet him. I wouldn't ever just like look at him and then just like look away, even though like we're friends. Like this is just rude, especially as an is it an underclassman? Would you say? Not sure what the term for it is, but as the younger girl, the black haired girl here, you don't just do that. That's rude. That is. Like no wonder cones. Like I would do that the same thing. If someone done that to me, I'd be like, okay, well, yeah. Clearly, I'm not wanted here, or not like respected. So off I go to better things. Rudeness from that girl. Honestly, out of these two girls, the one on the left seems more like Atagawa's sister. The one on the right, actually, her actual sister seems actually somewhat okay. I feel like she might be the way she is because of her sister. She seems a little bit like closed off and unemotional and like different, which is ironic considering how her sister was going at Koyun for being different. I'm looking forward to seeing more of her. I think she's got a crush on Amamiya. I think she like readied her hair before she went in there. I think that's what's going on. Yeah, she definitely fancied him. I had a feeling with that initial scene of her kind of getting ready. Oh, you got no chance. You got no chance. A what? A sticky beak? Is that like when you that like poking your nose into other people's business? Impure motives. You know a lot about it considering you've never been in love, don't you? There's those things from fucking My Neighbor Totoro. There's little dust black bits. I was at the girl on the left there, yeah. There it is. Off they go. Scram! I got a bad feeling about this girl. I got bad vibes from her. Curious case of pet manner. She sure is. Nice to see. I feel like this is too like I've got really bad vibes now. The bad vibes I had a minute ago got even worse. Is she gonna start getting bullied from one of her underclassmen? Is that what's gonna be going on here? There the negative vibes are. The red flags are multiplying. She's gonna bring up their date, isn't she? Date. That goes a date. Yep. I knew it. Gonna play it off like it was an actual date, isn't she? I wish they would. I don't know. I know. I wish you, I was hoping you were. Yeah, this little girl's got no issues with that, has she? But yeah, it seems like the sister is actually the like I say the honourable one at this point. This girl's real bad vibes. I don't like this girl one bit. She's too socially aware. In a similar way to Abamia, but in a more sadistic way. I'm not really sure how to. Maybe that's too harsh to say, but yeah, in a more kind of annoying way. Socially manipulative. Like I guess you could say he's socially manipulative with the stuff we saw earlier on in the series, locking the key to people and so on and so forth. But I feel like that came from a good place. This I feel like comes from a selfish place. I don't know. I just get real bad vibes from this girl. Weird way of talking at the end there as well. Yeah, we have got an ending scene. I did think we did. Okay, obviously the timer's going to be wrong right now, but yeah, really good episode. Really like this. I hope you see more of that Katagawa sister. I actually think she's really nice. She strikes me as someone that's a bit different. Maybe not shy per se, but she seems like quietly kind of confident. She reminds me of herself a little bit, except she's incredibly pretty, seemingly. And pop. I'm not sure she's popular, but she kind of gives off those like vibes. But I can kind of relate to her in a kind of quiet kind of confidence. I don't talk an awful lot or anything, and I probably seem quite cold outwardly. But she actually seemed really like she cared for other people's emotions and feelings, as we saw that scene a minute ago of her not prying into people's business. She said she knew about a lot about Koyun, but she didn't actually bring up anything, so she's clearly very socially aware. So I like her. I feel like she's good vibes. Honestly, this red-haired Katagawa. I think she's good vibes. Her friend is a bunch of red flags so far. Honestly, a bunch of red flags. Who is this girl on the right here? You're not allowed those kind of piercings. Japan school. You're not allowed those type of piercings in Japanese schools. Oh, that was it. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, this girl. She doesn't seem like she's a fan of her either. I mean, look at her expressions to her. She doesn't want any part of this. Like, again, she really reminds me of myself. Like, I feel like people see me as this kind of. I feel like a lot of people could probably. I feel like if you don't relate to this, you probably. It sounds stupid, but you might not like fully understand where I'm coming from for this. But people like me that don't talk an awful lot and are quite introverted and such. Some people in like work situations and such will look down, will think you're looking down on people because you don't talk to them, because you're not as social, because you're not as lively and outgoing, and you're not like socially available and such. And people think you're like looking down on them, and I feel like this probably the case with this girl, that people think like, oh, she's stuck up and don't want to talk to us and so on. But I think she's genuinely just like a bit quiet and different, as I said earlier, and like she reminds me of myself a little bit in that way. I've definitely had experiences where I know people are pissed off that I'm not kind of interacting with like work colleagues and such, but like this case, I don't want to. I just want to kind of be like, if I'm on like a break at work, I want to be left alone to have a break by myself. Like, and some people just don't understand that. And I feel like that situation probably put on her quite a bit. I don't know. I can see myself like relating to her quite a bit, but yeah, really like her so far. Actually, from what we've seen, she seemed really nice. I'd like to see more of her. I'd like for her and Konyan to talk a bit more. I mean, we had a scene with them walking earlier. They didn't really speak whatsoever. So clearly she knows a bit about Konyan and she doesn't want to bring it up. So she, again, evidently she cares for people's feelings and such. So yeah, good vibes from her. Not so good vibes from this girl who seems quite selfish. And you could say like, well, that's not negative. I mean, you've got to be quite selfish in some cases, especially in like love and such. But just the way she ignored Konyan earlier, I thought was really disrespectful. Just like looking at her and then looking away, like I didn't like that whatsoever. That was probably the biggest red flag. But yeah, love the backstory we got here. Nice seeing all these events fleshed out even more. The relationship with Higurashi and Katagawa, Kotagawa, whatever her bloody name is. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comment section. Loads to discuss today. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy this one, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll catch you guys next week with episode 12.